Welcome, 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 everyone. We are back again. It is me, Nina Sachs, from the Academy of Yoga and Ayurveda. I'm one of the directors here, and we have your 300-hour yoga teacher training course. We also do a 40-hour training in Ayurveda and that 100-hour bridging course for those of you who are teachers and would like to delve into a little bit more of Ayurveda and integral Hatha yoga with us. So today we are back with my trusty friend, Dr. Vasant Lad, and we're chatting all about Kapha attributes. Now, warning, this is a lot. We're going to go through a lot. So make sure you like this, make sure you subscribe and follow so that if you don't have the time and the space to listen to all of this right now, that you can come back to this when you can. You definitely want to save this one because the Kapha attributes are beautiful, they're lovely, and it'll also kind of like when we go through them, just keep in mind like who are the people who spring to mind when you think of these things. And while you're doing that, just imagine if you would be able to do this every single day, just spend 5 or 10 minutes learning, absorbing, listening in to something that has to do with Ayurveda. Imagine a year from now, how much you would have gained, how much knowledge you would have gathered over that year. And so that is what I invite you to do. Instead of just like scrolling aimlessly through social media, is maybe just be like, okay, every morning for 5 minutes, I'm going to hop on this channel and I'm going to listen to something that inspires me, something that is going to help me learn a little bit more about myself and others. And if you're a yoga teacher, my students. So let's get to it. We're chatting about the dosha, the Kapha dosha. Remember, that is water and earth, the two combined. So there's a lot of like heaviness, there's a lot of groundedness, there's a lot of earth in it. It is a beautiful, solid, grounded, like nurturing, loving quality and dosha. So let's get through all of the attributes. First of all, first attribute, heavy. So you'll find that those with a Kapha constitution, they have got like heavy bones, heavy muscles, they've got a larger body frame, and they can tend to be overweight. They're definitely grounded and they have that like lovely, deep, heavy voice that just kind of like draws you in and makes you feel very comfortable and nurtured. They've got a lovely kind of like resonance to their voice. All right. There's also the quality of like slow or dull that we explored in the gunas. They have a slow walk. They have a very slow way of talking. They've got a slow digestion as well, metabolism, and kind of like very sluggish gestures. So just noticing that. So there's like with Kapha, there's like a lot of the slowness, which can be very helpful in grounding, but too much of that again means that you can have problems with digestion and your metabolism, and kind of like that's where the weight gain comes. So just noticing that, because someone who's got like high pitta, they're able to eat, for example, a lot more than what a Kapha person can eat, just because of the slowness of the metabolism, of the digestion. All right. Cold or cool is also another attribute. So they often have like cold, clammy skin, a steady appetite and thirst with slow metabolism and digestion, repeated cold, congestion, and cough. So if you're noticing that, again, one of the seats of Kapha is the chest. So there's a lot of kind of like, if there's a lot of phlegm, cough, cold, that is all very much a Kapha attribute and quality. The next attribute is this oiliness to it, oily skin, hair, even feces, lubricated. They've got like unctuous joints and other organs. So there's usually like a lot of oil. And one of the practices, the lifestyle practices that we talk about in Ayurveda is kind of like oil massage. It's Abhyanga, which is a beautiful practice that you can do that again nourishes and nurtures the skin. We're using oil. But for those who are Kapha and they have a lot of this oily guna, this quality to them, they just don't want more oil on their skin. They're like, I'm already so oily, I don't want more. So that's where something like dry brushing and stimulating can actually be better for that quality, for that dosha. Just keeping that in mind, always using that which balances the opposite to balance. All right, liquid. So excess salivation, congestion in the chest, sinuses, throat, and head. That's typical of like there being like a lot of liquid. Then there's the attribute of slimy or smooth. So kind of like smooth skin, smoothness of organs, smooth, gentle mind, like that calm nature, where there's just like the steady, smooth equilibrium. That is a very classic Kapha quality. Then there's also dense. So dense pad of fat, like thick skin, like strong, like thick nails, hair, feces, plump rounded organs, firmness and solidity of muscles, compact, condensedness tissue. So if you think of like earth, it can be very like compact and dense, and that's exactly one of the qualities. All right, we are nearly halfway through. Bear with me. We're getting through this. You're gonna love this. This is just so helpful. Next is soft. So they've got like a soft, pleasing look about them. They have a lot of love, a lot of care, a lot of compassion. There's a lot of kindness and forgiveness. So when you just look at the person and you kind of like, they just exude kind of like that love. That's why a lot of kind of like the gurus or the swamis, you'll see like in India, they have a lot of this kapha quality. Like if you have read any of the Shivananda training and books, because we come from a Shivananda background, like you can see that Swami Shivananda like had that beautiful kapha quality in him as well. All right, static. So they love sitting, sleeping, and doing nothing. Does that resonate with anyone? And also, it can show that there is a kapha imbalance if that is just what you're needing. Sometimes, if you've just been so hectic, all you want to do is sit down and rest. And that's exactly kind of like balancing the busyness. All right. Sticky. Sticky is another quality that comes with attribute that comes with kapha. So it's viscous. Its cohesive quality causes compactness, firmness of joints and organs. They love to hug, is deeply attached in love and relationships. So if you know someone who's like just really in that space, that is that sticky quality that kapha has. Cloudy. In early morning, mind is cloudy and foggy, often desires coffee as a stimulant to start the day. So just noticing, like, is that how you wanting to start the day? Is there this cloudiness, like where you just don't have the clarity of like get up and go? There's also the quality of hard. So there's like this firm muscle, strength, sometimes even like a little bit of a rigid attitude, like they're just so stuck with where they're at and what they believe. Then there's this quality of gross. Remember, like Vata was subtle, it was air and ether. And now going into Kapha, it's like more gross, like it's solid. It causes obstruction and it can also cause obesity. So there's this like grossness to it. Attribute of sweet. The anabolic action of sweet stimulates sperm formation, increasing quantity of sperm. Abnormal function may cause craving for sweets. So there is this like tendency again of craving for sweets. And that's why we always say, like, you know, if you've got a kapha constitution, stay away from the chocolates and the biscuits and all of those things. Like if you want something sweet, go for the fruits, the natural fruits with the natural sweetness in them. Actually, it's important for everyone to do that. But for the kapha person qualities, that is key. Okay, we've got two more, last two. How about this? The next one is salty. So it helps digestion and growth, gives energy, maintains osmotic condition. Abnormal function may create craving for salt or water retention. So just noticing that. And then the very last one, well done for staying on, is white. So they often have like a pale complexion, white mucus, white coating and tongue, color of kapha, ama. Okay, so it's that white coating on the tongue. It's just noticing that. And so those are all the attributes, the many attributes of kapha. And so again, noticing, again, you might be like, Nina, but I'm like Vata Pitta, but I resonate with a couple of these. Yes, because we all have all five elements. So you're going to resonate with a lot that's in there. It just depends as to like what proportion. Sometimes you'll notice like, you know, there's a person that if you were to tick it, they're going to be like, you know, 10 out of 10. I'd have all of those. Whereas someone else might be like, you know, I just have like maybe 3 very prominent ones of those. And that shows you then again kind of like what the level is. And that's why it's really fun to do those dosha quizzes. And if you'd like to get a dosha quiz, again, just let me know in the comments and I'll send you one that we've got, and you can test out and you can see which dosha is more prominent, which one you were born with, like what is the characteristics you were born with, and where's your imbalance at the moment. Remember, we were chatting about Vikriti and Prakriti. That's exactly it. So if you'd like that dosha test, let me know in the comments and I will send that through to you. And yeah, if you have any questions, again, let me know here every morning, 7:30 South African Standard Time. If you have your questions, send them through, email me or join live and I'll be able to answer for you. Have a beautiful day. Remember to like and subscribe and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.